2025 will be ending soon, and just next year of 2026, we are getting so many anime movies that are yet to come. Movies that are book adaptations like that new Cat in the Hat movie, some that are original like Sony's GOAT, and some that are sequels to successful movies, like Shrek, since we're getting a 5th film. And the Angry Birds movie 3, even though that one was meant to come out in 2027, but it will be releasing on December 23rd, 2026. But for today, everybody and all viewers, we will be talking about one of the biggest sequels that are yet to come, and that is Toy Story 5. Toy Story is one of the most popular and biggest anime franchises ever. These movies have always been outstanding at storytelling and bringing in some great messages. The first 3 movies are absolute classics. They were the perfect movies for a trilogy. The 4th one? That one was not even needed. It was a fine movie, but the 3rd movie felt like the perfect conclusion. Then there would be the prequel Lightyear, which we do not talk about that film. That film was a complete disaster. And now, Disney has recently dropped a teaser trailer for the 5th installment. And already, a lot of people, including those who have been longtime fans of the films, are worried about the 5th installment that's yet to come to theaters. But the question is, why? Why is everyone concerned about this new film? Well, pretty much we already know the problem here. Actually, a few problems. Let's just go over them, shall we? And maybe we can put the pieces together and fully understand this. At the beginning of the teaser, we see a package getting unloaded from a delivery truck, and this package is actually meant to be for Bonnie. Then we see the toys again, and they appear to be horrified. All of them are scared at what they are seeing in front of their eyes. Plus, I like the detail of the 3 aliens being scared at this part. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. It took me a while to get that part. After seeing the words, "The age of toys is over," appear on screen, we get the look of the new character, who will also be the main villain of the movie. It's a lily pad, a high-tech frog-shaped smart tablet. Then we get the logo, and it's the exact same kind of logo except with the new number 5 on there, as we all expected. And then we get to this one part in the trailer that has already gotten everyone asking so many questions. Yeah, Woody is back with the gang. For some reason. And then we got the release date, June 2026, which is next year's summer. But let's talk about Woody. Why is he back with the gang? In the end of Toy Story 4, he left the gang to stay with Bo Peep and became a lost toy. He gives his badge to Jessie and shares his emotional goodbye to all of his friends. It really looks like the 4th movie would actually for real be the ending of the franchise, even if the 3rd movie wasn't actually its conclusion in general. But nope, we're getting the 5th movie. And Woody has returned to Bonnie's room. But why though? The teaser never gave a clear answer on why he's back, and even the description never explains it either. Well, Woody did become a lost toy with Bo and some other toys. So most likely they have been traveling around and they ended up at Bonnie's house. I know some of you are thinking that maybe this could be a flashback that took place before the events of the 4th film. But that wouldn't be the case, because first of all, Jessie still has the badge Woody gave her right at the end of the 4th film. And second, the knife character that Bonnie made is in the scene, and this character was not even introduced until the end of the 4th film. So what's going on here? I myself and everyone else who have grown up with the Toy Story franchise are all very confused. But hopefully when the movie comes out, or perhaps the new trailers that will be released in the future, will at least give an explanation here. Because I really need an answer to this particular thing that's happening. Another problem with this is the animation. Now, I'm not saying the animation is bad, it's still the same as the animation in the 4th film, except it's more updated, but for some reason the toys look so shiny. It doesn't bother me because I know it's just an upgrade. And over the years, the visuals of anime movies have been getting better and brighter, so I can understand why Toy Story 5 will look like this. The last problem I want to talk about, and it's the same problem everyone else has, is that Toy Story 5 is not necessary. After the end of Toy Story 3, it felt like the true ending to Toy Story. Andy has grown up, he gives away his favorite toys to Bonnie, the toys have a new owner to grow up with. It was the perfect conclusion, and that's how it looks like it was finished. Disney moved on from Toy Story and went on to making more anime movies that could most likely become the next big thing, like maybe another huge anime franchise that would be really popular and make billions of dollars. But fast forward to 9 years later from that moment, and Disney has made Toy Story 4. and it just continued on from the third film, even though that one was meant to be the ending. Fans found it unnecessary, a lot of people found it unnecessary. Around that time, I thought it was fine. I was really into Toy Story around that time, so I was definitely on board for this, and I thought it was a good installment. After seeing how that one ended, it looked like, okay, now that has to actually be the ending for the franchise, right? There's no way they could make another film besides a prequel like Lightyear, right? But fast forward to a few years later, Disney has announced a fifth film, and everyone was not happy about it. Nobody really wanted a fifth film, they just wanted the franchise to be over because the third movie had the rightful ending. There are some good movies in general that got sequels, and then they worked out perfectly and it made sense. But then there would be some that at first would look like they could have a good sequel, but then they would get a sequel and it would end up a disgrace to humanity. Poor Megamind, you didn't deserve that monstrosity of a sequel. And neither did you, Emperor's New Groove. I didn't even want a Toy Story 5 either, because it just wouldn't even be necessary. But the Toy Story franchise makes so much money, because at the time when Toy Story 4 was coming out, it was like a huge event, and the movie made more than $1 billion on a $200 million budget. So it makes perfect and reasonable sense why Disney wants to make another film so they can bring home another easy stack of cash. Also, Disney has recently announced that they are actually planning on making even more Toy Story movies even after this one. So they are going to make this franchise the next Fast and Furious? Well, I guess at this point when the years go by, we will most likely end up with a Toy Story 15. I get it, kids love Toy Story. It was and still is a popular IP. They love to see their favorite characters in action. And the majority of animated movies Disney made before wouldn't do well at all. We've had a few original films from them and they would mostly flop at the box office. Their latest original movie was Elio, and that movie became a box office flop. But however, the animated movies from Disney that would mostly do well would be sequels to already successful movies, or perhaps a live-action remake to an animated classic. I totally understand why Disney would only want to make some sequels, because those make so much money, and original films are a huge risk. So I get that original movies are nothing based on anything we're familiar with, but we should support them, so that's why those could become big franchises as well. Original ideas do deserve better. Toy Story 5 will be coming out next year along with the second Super Mario movie, so 2026 is going to be such a crazy year for animation. I'm mostly excited for Mario, but I'll still check out Toy Story 5, and hopefully it can replicate the magic the first 3 films had before. So just for now, at this time, we'll just have to keep waiting and see. I'm sure we'll most likely get more details for Toy Story 5 once we are close to that very release. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to click on that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to never miss any videos. What are your thoughts on Toy Story 5? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.